Hey everybody, we have another Eagle's Nest video with our fourth place today, BLionel. BLionel is playing Vulcanus. BLionel, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, Michael. How are you doing?
Doing well. I also played in the tournament. I only went 3-2, so you definitely outshined me. Tell me about yourself. Like, what brings you to Digimon, and what brings you to Eagle's Nest?
Yeah, my name is BLionel. I've been playing Digimon since EX3. I think EX3 was when I started. I found the starter deck for Ragnarlord and was interested, and then I kept getting owned and kept trying, and have had some great success with my Digimon career. I've been to nationals twice, and I've just been recently invited back again during the regionals a couple months ago, and so I've been having a lot of fun playing Digimon and playing all sorts of decks.
It's cool. All right, so we have a Vulcanus list today. We had another Vulcanus player, Milk, play the deck and do pretty well Eagles before, but this is a bigger tournament, 25 players. So I think your X-1 record is pretty impressive, and I wanted to interview you. Tell me about the build. Is there anything that unique or special that you wanted to tell us about here?
Yeah, so this version of Vulcanus is without level 5s, which is nowadays really common for Vulcanus, but I feel that being low to the ground and chipping away your opponent's security and then slamming a Vulcanus for game is like crucial, right? And so that's the way to win because Vulcanus can kill from 3 and you just need like 2 chips from the rookies there. And so that's the overall strategy with Vulcanus.
All right. So I think I'm seeing some traditional cards for the deck. So Kokuamon, Toyagu, Corona. These are the normal rookies we see. And then is there any other rookie that you would have considered but didn't play? Or are these just ultimately the 3 that you play and there's nothing else to choose?
I was actually thinking of replacing Kokuamon with Devi. That +1 KDP from Kokuamon rarely comes up, especially for when you're chipping in with your level 4s, mainly because you want your 4s to die. Vulcanus requires your opponent to have more Digimon, and so if your 4s are surviving, then you need to pay more for Vulcanus. And so Devi doesn't have that DP boost. It also helps me cycle with that draw 1, trash 1. And so I was thinking of Devi, but with my field spells of Factory Area and Gear Force, I think sticking with a color either Bearmon or Kokuamon was the best there.
And you were thinking about the promo for the draw 1 trash 1?
Yes, because I realized I want a lot of cycling and I want to see Vulcanus as fast as possible, so I was really considering Devi.
So would you maybe change that going forward, or is Kokua just outing it as the better choice because of your starter main to get the free evo?
Kokua's the best because it's black, right? And I think it works really well with both the field spells of Factorio Area and Gear Force. Yeah.
And then let's go to level 4s. So Blintmon, I think I've seen this before, so it's pretty standard, but you're also playing Furamon and Greymon. What are these guys doing in the deck?
Yeah, so Furamon helps if Vulcanus goes to trash really early. I can trash any card in my hand to get Vulcanus back, and so I can utilize Vulcanus again, or grab it Corona if I needed a rookie. And so Firemon has this utility where I can access the trash for my plays next turn. It's not usually for the turn of, but for the turn after. And so Firemon has really come in clutch every once in a while with that. It's come in clutch, but I'm still testing the waters in my 4s. I like Greymon a lot because it's a blocker, and that on-deletion de-digivolve means that my opponent really has to work around it. And that blocker has come up. Like if they hit Factorio Area out of security, then I could just play a Greymon and I still have blocker even though I lost it from if they trash my Factorio Area. And so Greymon has been super clutch today. One of the better 4s.
I totally understand how your opponent thinks they have lethal, they hit the Factorial Area out of security, and then all of a sudden you just have a blocker in play and they don't have lethal anymore. That feels good.
Yes, it felt nice. I do want to touch on Blipmon a little bit.
Sure.
So I'm still testing Blipmon because it can't search options, but it can top deck whatever I don't grab. I'm still 50-50 on Blimon. I do like BT25 Marimon as well, because Marimon trashes one, draws two, or pops. And so that's more of a guarantee that I can at least grab multiple things. But it is a main effect, and it's also 4 cost. I have a friend that's a Rocks player, and he trashes his source, and he just pops from Marimon. I'm like, damn. And so I think Blipmon is better, but I do like Marimon for that. Either pop a rookie or trash one to draw 2, and that was also something I was considering as well.
Okay. Well, only 2 more Digimon in the deck. We have Vulcanus and Mars. Vulcanus the namesake, or Mars the toolbox card? What do you want to talk about here?
I think everyone knows Vulcanus. Marsmon just lets me go for that 4th check kill. I can kill at 4 with Marsmon. So I think Marsmon is great. I also like the combo where if my opponent has retail, especially with Beelstar, that if I have a Vulcanus and a Marsmon can make my Vulcanus swing into the retail and then trash a Divine Arms to prevent any of them from leaving, prevent itself from leaving, so Marsmon doesn't die, and so that means I have 2 bodies still, instead of Marsmon crashing into a retail and just dying there, right? And so, but Marsmon also trashing security is great, because there's so many security bombs in the meta these days that trashing security is one of the best mechanics in Digimon.
Since you have to hard play out your level 6s, how often are you getting a second level 6 out?
With the Dan Yuki and Kanan Yuki, it's pretty often, because you go Vulcanus for 7, and then you use either Factorial Area or the Gear Force to play out the Marsmon for an additional 4. And so that means that I can get both Vulcanus and Marsmon on the field at the same time. Granted, it is a lot of memory, but in my opinion, if it closes out games, it's 100% worth it.
Alright, you mentioned Gear Forest Village. This card is not a Vulcanus on deck. What are you doing with this card in the deck?
Yeah, so Gear Force is 1000% a super cheeky card. With with the correct setup, you can kill from 5 with Gear Force, and that's the cheek there. So the scenario needs to be that you push out a rookie, and your opponent has 2 bodies, and you have a Dan Yuki and Kanan Yuki. And so since they have more bodies than you go to 2 because of Dan and Kanan Yuki, you go play Vulcanus for 7, you end at 5. You do the Divine Arms to 4 checks, because Gear Force Village gives you Alliance, and you're suspending it with Kabuamon, or suspending it with a rookie, and so you're doing 4 checks into security. Dan Yuki activate Factorial Area because Vulcanus is red-black to play out Marsmon, trash your opponent, hit your opponent, trash the security, swing for game. And so that's a cheeky 5 check. Now, it didn't come up today, but it is a cheeky 5 checker. Most of the time is that Asuna plays out a rookie, and that rookie is dead in the water. And so allowing it to have alliance with Vulcanus for that 4th check, and then Marsmon trash security 5th check for game was something that I was testing. Didn't come up today, but hopefully it'll come up again more in the future.
Okay, so you're saying you would keep this in the deck even though it didn't get used?
Yes, if I was playing the red variants like Baramon and Marimon instead of Kukulmon and Blipmon, then I would switch Gear Force for the Diana Apollo field spell. I think it was Cosmic Area. It's just the same thing. It gives Alliance to, but it's not for black colored Digimon.
Alright, so then let's go and talk about your removal options. I noticed a trend here. They'll have a link. I mean, obviously that means they synergize even better with Vulcanus, but like, you're playing the most copies of Tidal Stream. Is that because it's the best removal, or is it because you get to unsuspend with it?
Surprisingly, Tidal Stream is an okay removal. With the amount of prevention from bot deck or bounce, I think Tidal Stream is okay, because in Beelstar they have Satellamon, and that's really hard to get rid of, and then in Rocks they have Icemon, and so those are protections that I have to be thinking about. But I like Tidal Stream because of the unsuspend, right? The unsuspend allows me to bring more with Vulcanus so that I can potentially go for even more lethal. And if I don't have Marsmon, or another body with factorial area, title stream lets me clean up for game.
Okay, so title stream, not really there to remove bodies, but mostly there to do an unsuspend. How about Iron Slash, Sonic Shot, and Ignition Flare? You're playing 2-2-1. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so Iron Slash is great. It's a DD Devolve 2. The collision piercing helps me get rid of the small bodies as well. But I really like Sonic Shot. Being able to suspend and stun your opponent's tamers or big bodies and they can't swing for game. It has been incredibly clutch, both as a offensive, like just use it to stop them, or defensive, if you check it out security, they can't swing the second body, another body for game. So Sonic Shot has been low-key like a really good option card that I like. Ignition Flare has been hit or miss. That 5 costs to pop a bunch is not as common, and so I might replace Ignition Flare for something, but to be determined what that would be.
Okay. Do you have any closing comments or tips that you want to give players that want to play Vulcanus?
Yeah, Vulcanus requires a lot of patience, right? When you have to be chipping away at your security, and you have to mind how many bodies are on the board. Vulcanus works best when you have nothing, because it's a very good comeback card where if your board is clear, you could just Vulcanus, and sometimes that wins you the game. And so you have to be very patient and tactical when you use Vulcanus, because it can be a nuclear button if used correctly, but it can also be dead in the water if your opponent has like a whole field worth of blockers and you just can't do anything about it.
All right. Thank you, BLionel, for doing the interview. Congratulations on your top 4. Really close rating between you and the other people that went X1. Effectively all similar ratings, so don't pay attention too much to being 4th place. It's pretty much the same thing as 2nd through 5th. And yeah, have a great rest of your week. Thanks for playing at Eagle's Nest.
You too.